Hello everyone. So today I'm going to be talking about the first step towards you will say the completion or the full awareness of who you are as a spirit. Okay, so as we mentioned before, there are 5 to 6 steps that make us go from the human experience to embrace our full capacity as a spirit in this body and how we can make it better. But first we need to understand these processes, how it's going to be in a human way to feel it or in a more physical experience. So one of the first things or the first step that every person go through is the shift energies. Those things are going to keep happening. That is something that is always around or out there because it's something that is an outside process, it's an outside event. So no matter how advanced you are, you're always going to feel those shift energies or shift energy. The only thing or the only difference is like when you are advancing your process as a spiritual or as a spirit, they don't affect you that much and you will know what to do or how to use it to work it in a better place. So this energy shift help us to awake. They're kind of messages or signs or like a signal from the universe, from the higher council of consciousness and the galactic people or the galactic confederation, whatever you want to call them, to let us know that something is changing, that something is going to be effective or going to be affecting the collective, that we need to work as individuals to make it better or easy for the collective. Okay, so one of the things that I have that they made me write down is like what it is, like a definition of this shift. They're saying that in our journey we are going to become one with the soul, with your higher self. That's that it is the final outcome, right? So, and you're gonna be able to be one with your higher self, one with the soul, and going to be able to live in other dimensions, universes, galaxies, planets, and everything. So, one of the first things is to notice those energy shifts. Why? Like I said before, the energy shifts are the messages. It's how they kind of send all of this, like, hey, be prepared. So most of us start, or the new ones, I would say, because most of us kind of like feel it since we were younger. But most of the people out there or the earth spirit is through this shift. Oh my god, I feel like they're gonna start feeling. I have my fan there and it's kind of bothering me. It's going to make them be aware. Those shifts are going to kind of like hit them and they're going to be awake because of that. So then you are going to continue having those things every time that something happen or change in the universe. With this, like I told you, everything that happened there manifests in here. And in here we are trying to manifest things in here as well. So every time that you feel those things, don't start fighting them. Don't try to figure it out that it's up to you. You will try to listen. Try to put attention to whatever you're feeling. It is a sense of protection. It is a sense of something is coming. It's a sense of some people feeling like an anxiety. So whatever it is that you are feeling, as soon as you feel that energy shift, the first thing that you need to do is to do a meditation or go a visualization so they can connect and tell you, or you can receive a more clear. Don't have to be exact way, but at least to have an idea, a better idea of how to manage whatever it is that they're trying to tell you. If you feel that like a sense of fight, then you know that something is going to happen in the collective. Maybe it's not in your country, maybe it's in another country, maybe it's not around you, maybe yes it is, but whatever it is, a fight. So you as a spirit, you as part of the universe, as part of the collective, what you can do with your energy, what kind of work you can do to put it out there that flows through you. If a protection thing, then you start protecting yourself. start putting that kind of energy about looking, moving, so that create like a change of reaction, like a ripple effect, and others in the collective, even that they don't know, they're going to be protecting themselves. Even people looking at you, what you're protecting? Well, girl, I feel this. I feel some kind of shift energy, and I receive this, or I have a dream after, the day after I have my meditation when I felt it. So you're gonna create that because it's flowing. It's flowing through you. This is something that we need to start learning. We need to put ourselves in this. Everything has to start flowing through us. Okay, so then something that you need to learn is like energy shift happen as a collective, not as individual. But as individual, we need to work with our energy to increase and decrease as it needed to work with yourself and others, helping this energy shift for the collective. Exactly what I was saying. I needed to read it to you because this is something that I had to write down, especially from them. So, something that they told me and I learned it is like the collective, and I'm gonna repeat it as many times as I need it. The collective can live with the individual, but not without the individual. But the individual can live as individual, but not and without the collective. So we don't need the collective. The collective needs us, but we need to be responsible for that collective. See, because we want to flow through that. So if you really want to help the collective, if you really want to help as a human, physical aspect, or as a spiritual, then you need to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. And I'm talking about loving yourself, or have a self-love. That it is something that we've been learning, and I'm going to be talking about that too, soon. That it's not exactly how people say it nowadays. When you love yourself, you are connecting with others as well. When you love yourself, you know the responsibility that you have with others, but you don't put them first, you put yourself them first. And that doesn't have to be with loving yourself. How many people don't love themselves and they are putting others before because they feel that it's their responsibility? We need to create an equilibrium. We're going to be talking about balance as well, and that is not what we are looking for. So many teaching that I have to each one of you, but that's how they're saying. So when they shift energy, you're gonna feel that that is going to affect the collective, but you are responsible of you affecting that collective. You don't want to feel that, oh my God, this is happening because I didn't do my part. I did my part and make sure that other follows me, but I'm not responsible for whatever the collective is doing. But I'm responsible to help the collective to be better, if that makes sense. I hope that it makes sense. But that's the way that you're gonna need to do it. So what is the symptoms of an energy shift? How you're gonna recognize? First, let me tell you, you feel it in your energy. You just feel that something changed. You feel like something is affecting your body in a way that you just know it. You just feel it. But for those that maybe are feeling it for the first time, I don't know how to recognize that energy shift. One of the things that you're gonna be feeling is waking up in the middle of the night, but for consecutive days. Or maybe out of nowhere, you wake up like not normal for you at 4 a.m. in the morning, and then that same day you're gonna have headaches, you're gonna feel like fluttering heartbeat, like a pain in the chest or breathing problems. So this is just in one day, and then it's going to get, most of the time it kind of decrease with 2 or 3 days later. Then you're just going to have the remains of that. But the first day that an energy shift happen, you're gonna be waking up in the middle of the night. It could be any time, 3, 2, 12. Then you're gonna have headaches. Then you're gonna be having these palpitations or like breathing hard kind of thing, that you're even going to think that it's an anxious attack or maybe a panic attack. No, you have to be aware and put attention to everything that you've been feeling. Then you're gonna have like head sweep, hot flashes, like blowing light bulbs, other electronics. So you're gonna have around you, like maybe out of nowhere, like lights are not working or they're too bright for you. You're gonna feel hot. You're gonna have like sweat. Girl, for old like me, that we're getting old. It's not the menopause. It's nothing like that. It's just like out of nowhere. Even when it's not for you to receive it, you're gonna feel that way. Okay. And then you're gonna be eating a lot. You're gonna feel the need of eating. So you're gonna have some kind of weight gain during that couple of days. You're gonna have like a flu-like symptoms, but like really like a flu. Then you're gonna have some nausea. You don't have to feel everything, but you're gonna feel it. Okay. So nausea or diarrhea, muscle aches or joint pain, depression, feeling emotionally unbearable, tiredness or exhaustion, memory loss or feeling spicy. You're gonna have babies and animals reacting weird, and seeing angel numbers and synchronicities during that day. So it could be a mix of any of these symptoms. It could be all of the symptoms. But definitely you're gonna have. It's going to last maybe between 1 to 7 days. But the first day, it is so important that you can recognize it, because you're gonna have, for sure, you're gonna be waking up that day during the night. You're gonna have headaches. You're gonna have the tiring and exhaustion. You're gonna have the palpitations, like the heart beating and all of this stuff. You're gonna have some kind of depression sometimes and feeling spicy. That is something that is going to happen for sure. The same angel numbers and synchronicities, it could be a part of the energy shift, but it could be messages for you as well. So you need to know and make difference when it's a message from one of your loved ones, your guides, or it's part of the energy shift. That is something that by this time you should know a little bit better when it's your guides telling you something. So that's the way. As you know, I already described the symptom. You can watch the video, write it down. But that it is what you need to understand about this energy shift. So as the days pass, you're gonna feel more in control. You cannot allow yourself to give in during these times, or like stay in that depression energy, or stay in that breathing problem, or feeling sad, or like the muscle pain. As soon as you recognize all of these symptoms, then you're going to do your meditation. As soon as you recognize that it's a shift of energy happening, you're going to meditate. You're going to ask for more clarification, and you're just going to hear. Hearing, I mean with feeling, seeing, hearing for real, feeling, perceiving, whatever it is that it can work with you, so you can really have a better idea. And after that, just don't get worried. It is not a good news. It is good, then celebrate, but then start preparing yourself. Then start working with yourself. Then you start doing what is needed to do for you in the shift energy. I'm gonna be talking about that in the next video. I'm gonna be talking about that tomorrow. I'm gonna write it down so I don't forget that we need to talk about how we're going to process and go through the symptoms or whatever it is that you are going through. What is the best way for you to deal with this energy shift? That every time it's going to hit you different, every time it's going to feel different, every time it's going to be stronger, because you're gonna stronger in the meaning that you will notice it better. You are going to be more aware of the energy shift, but not necessarily that the symptoms are going to be worse. It's just like it's going to be stronger because you're gonna recognize it way more faster. Okay, sweetie. So let's see. I'm writing down. I wanna see it in here. The first video is about talking about how to go through the energy shift, what kind of exercises you can do, right? that are going to help you to start working with yourself, whatever you need to do as a spirit to help that collective, right? And then we're going to be talking during this week as well about balance and equilibrium, the difference, and why it's so important the equilibrium and not the balance. I'm just writing it down. You are my witness that I have everything here. What is it? What else? What else? And love. How the proper way to work properly with self-love to help the collective. These are the 3 things that they want me to talk to you before we go to the next steps. If you have any other doubts or any other questions or maybe something else around the energy shift, please put it in the comments so I can write it down and we can do the videos that have to do with that. This is important. We need to get through all of this. So I hope that this really help prepare each one of you. Okay, sweeties? Bye bye.